I'm a man of the right, born in California and still residing there. After too many betrayals from women, I went soft on MGTOW many years before I even heard the word. It gave me hope to know I wasn't alone, and I started chipping in about a year ago. When I accepted MGTOW, I immediately noticed several things. At work and outside of it, women were beginning to pay me more and more attention. Women who wouldn't have given me a second thought are now stuttering when they try to talk to me, and the little help they get only seems to motivate them more. As if they need to demonstrate to themselves that they are capable of capturing my attention. My poker faces have been tested to the breaking point at times. I can't say that I've been approached by any 10s, but I have been approached by a few 9s, and a lot of 8s instead of the 5s I was used to before going MGTOW because of how awkward some of these women are when they are confronted with men who aren't interested in them. The way my friends and coworkers react to these encounters and my lifestyle as a whole is another interesting aspect. I anticipated additional opposition, particularly from my female friends. Surprisingly, most of them started to not only agree with me after I explained why I turned down that hottie who tried to talk to me, but they also started to acknowledge in small ways that they admired me. They work overtime on weekends, honey, to-do lists, doctor's appointments for the kids, pointless drama with their significant other. It's hard to miss the reflection in their eyes when I explain that I do whatever I want whenever I want. Whether that means going to the gym for an extra hour or two, reading a good book for half the day, or being glued to my television for the majority of the weekend when a new video game comes out, my time is entirely mine, and it never feels squandered or point. The fact that numerous female friends have told me, "You're smart," fascinates me. Some of the guys have admitted that they wish they could do that, rather than having to plan around their women because women are crazy. A few people have expressed doubt. We're looked down upon at MGTOW, but the majority of the support from the circle has been incredibly encouraging. I don't know if you'll agree with this advice, but I recommend that people refrain from praising women's characteristics or asserting that you don't require women in your circle of friends and family. When I was asked why I'm still single, all I could say was that I got sick of looking one day and realized that for some reason, life was better when I stopped. When asked later, people seemed to accept this. I would slowly explain what I know about women and how dangerous they are in our current society. And how simply by ignoring women, he has been able to attract the attention of 8- and 9-year-old women who had never previously looked at him. All of this was done without ever mentioning the phrase. "Mister, I bet if you suddenly paid attention to any of those extremely hot women, they would immediately lose interest. They would probably regain their self-assurance and realize that all men are drawn to them. As a result, they would stop worrying about hitting a brick wall because it is probably rare for a straight man to reject them. They probably never experienced it before. Because their father wasn't there when they were younger, they overcompensate by working hard to be very attractive, so that no man will ever ignore them again. You may be causing their father issues. A man is now ignoring them, which may bring back memories of being ignored as a child and being acknowledged. So, do these women care about you, or are they more interested in finding out why you don't like them? I get the impression from what you've shared that attractive and successful men who are going their own way are making women angry. If I'm not enough for a man like him, then I probably won't be enough for other men like him either, which is probably why they're probably thinking to themselves when they ignore them. They might be under the impression that if they talk to you, they will discover that you are gay, which will make their insecurities go away. They must demonstrate to themselves that they are capable of attracting your attention. It's like you're looking in a mirror and reflecting on women's insecurities if you're going your own way and confidently single. Because they don't like their looks anymore, they feel better about themselves by flirting with you, aren't yet flushing down the toilet. Perhaps women are not offended by MGTOW because they are unable to access a man's resources. The fact that it takes away their female card might be a bigger factor. If a man chooses to become a monk, you also talk about how, when you tell people that you're done looking, they seem to be pretty positive or neutral about the news. My thought is that when men watch MGTOW channels and go their own way, they should tell other people that the problem is female nature behavior. Women automatically become defensive as a result. But if you just say you stopped looking and it wasn't the women's fault, I think they'll be fine with it. Because it demonstrates to them that you won't tell other guys about the nature of women. They see you as a confirmed bachelor, and the harm you cause to women by providing for and protecting them is limited to losing one man. In addition, they probably hope that because you say you won't be looking, that does not rule out the possibility that some of the women in your life will just meet you at random. The women chose them rather than the other way around. They have nothing to fear from you because their feminine secrets are safe, and the odds are pretty good that you'll get together with someone. The women you tell about your bachelor lifestyle assume that someone you can't resist will eventually show up. Mister, you also say that many women have told you that you are a very intelligent man and that women are crazy. They are expressing their approval of you in this way. A man is more likely to seek female validation from other women once he develops an addiction to or habit of receiving it from one woman. Did you ever consider that by acting like a female chameleon and agreeing with you, they are attempting to plant the seeds of a possible relationship? On the other hand, the authorities will take away a man's family if you shame him into getting married. It seems like it's getting harder and harder to fool smart and successful men. Decorate each driveway and garage with a car from a different era and place a different car there. That would give me a place to live for all 5 of them, while also allowing me to express the design aspect of my personality. Given that most modern women are unable to even cook, showcasing the kitchens of the past would certainly drive a lot of women crazy. I guess what I'm trying to say is that as men, we need to be more imaginative with our living arrangements. To live a decent life and make ends meet. Either a street full of homes that serve as museums or converting an old warehouse in Niagara Falls into a museum complex and bringing in rotating collections from bizarre and unusual museums from across North America are options. That's just me being the history buff. In any case, that concludes today.